Well, here we are again. Welcome back, Weekend Warriors. Welcome back, Greg.
Thank you.
It's Street Fighter time. Yep. I know we're a little bit behind schedule, but we're here, damn it, finally. We're playing some more Street Fighter. Big update happened with Street Fighter 5. It's substantial. I don't know if you know this.
Give me the lay of the land. I have a sense.
Like, basically, like, obviously Gil's here. They added a new character. But today we're not going over Gil. Today we're going to look at all the V skills in the game. Well, not all of them. Like, there's going to be a few videos now where we detail every character's new V skill because every character got a new V skill. Basically, every character got a brand new move.
Nice. Freshened up.
And some of them are pretty substantial to that character. Like either because the new move changes can potentially change the way they play for the better.
Wow.
Or like if their previous V skill was a little bit underwhelming, just the new option altogether can turn them into a completely different character.
Wow.
Not to mention the whole balance patch and all that. Like all these characters have been fundamentally altered, which is very cool. But today we're going to be going over some V skills. And honestly, this is the biggest change that the game has seen fundamentally since the start of season 3 a couple years ago when they added new V triggers. Like, I don't know if you know this, but you know, every character has 2 V triggers. Before, everybody had 1 V skill, 1 V trigger, and then they added 2 V triggers. And then they went ahead and gave everybody 2 V skills now. So that's what we're going to be looking at.
Wow. What was the effect of adding the extra V trigger? Did that change people's loyalties to characters?
Absolutely.
Wow.
And this is like the same thing. Like, but I feel like this is even more substantial because V triggers, there are sometimes you don't get to use your V trigger in a match or a round. Like most of the time you will, but V skill you can potentially use all the time. Like start of the match, boom, there it is.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be looking at every single character. We're gonna start with like this row right here. Gil's right over here. We won't be touching him today, but don't worry, guys, we will.
Top left row. Let's get into
top
it.
Left row.
Nice.
We're gonna start with Kage. There he is.
Kage.
Remember Kage?
Yeah.
We actually touched that guy.
I want to give
Weekend
him.
Warriors.
Yeah. I want to bandage up that wound. That's my impulse when I see the man. But he's fine.
You worried about him chest?
I do get worried. I'm an infection.
You worried about him chest?
Yeah.
He okay. He him chest. Oh yeah, there's Seth on the right. I don't know if you've seen her.
I haven't seen her. No.
Check out Kage's new V skill. It's like this hop, right? Looks like an overhead, not an overhead, right?
Wow. Okay. It's not an overhead?
No, it's not an overhead.
Okay.
You can block that crouching.
Okay.
But honestly, what it's really good for is like it's a hop. So naturally, like these hop type moves, like they can go over certain lows very, very easily.
Yeah.
A lot of the time they go over fireballs, which this one does as well. Like this is a good way for him to get like around fireballs and around low pokes as well.
Goes over fireballs, but not an overhead. Got it.
And also, honestly, these hop-like attacks, I don't know about y'all at home. You can let me know in the comments. Question of the day: do you guys get bopped by these hop attacks as much as I do? In that, like when people use them, I think that they're like jumping. Like when people like jump at me a lot and I'm scouting for like an anti-air opportunity, and I see this shit, I go time to anti-air, and then it happens so quick. Like he goes up and comes down so quick, I get like counter hit. Does that happen to you guys? Anyway, it's good for that too, right?
The arc is very shallow.
It is incredibly shallow. Not only that, dude, but it's +1 on hit, right? So it's not going to get you anything.
Wow.
In fact, I don't remember if this guy has any. Even if you get it on a counter hit, it's +3, right? And I don't think he has any 3-frame normals, if I remember correctly. So you're not really going to combo after it, but that's not what it's for. Right?
Even though it's +1.
Well, remember, he doesn't have any moves that start up in 1. So yeah, this is +1 on hit, +3 on counter hit. The real beauty of this move, however, actually, let me do this. Oh, let me try one more time. Come on, baby. There it is. -2 on block. Right? So it's completely safe. So, this thing, just like his first V skill, it gets powered up in V trigger. So it has like a completely different arc this time.
Wow.
Wait, no, that's not it. I chose the wrong. I'm sorry. I chose the wrong V trigger. It gets powered up in V trigger 1. And I had the wrong one since last time.
Got it.
Let me try that again. Look at this.
All right. Oh,
very different.
No. Well, that's basically 2 different moves, if you ask me, Brett.
It kind of is 2 different moves. So you only get 2 of these in V trigger 1.
Wow.
And then once that's over. But that's because it's so powerful. Obviously, the range is much better. And it's juggleable afterwards. Let me try one more time. There you go. Also, you can combo into this one. Like, you can cancel into it. Or rather, you know, like, yeah, there it is. So you can do like crouching heavy punch.
Oh my gosh.
And stuff like that.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Not to mention this is like much faster and from a much bigger distance away, you can really bop someone's fireball or poke like that.
Yeah.
Much more powerful.
If you play Kage, are you pretty excited right now?
I think some people are, maybe. So also this one, still -2, so you're still safe to do it. Of course, if anybody blocks either of these, you lose your turn, but hey, what are you gonna do? So compared to his first V skill, if you remember correctly, it was this move. This one had like a little bit of armor on it, and it's chargeable. And when you charge it, it's becomes safe.
Okay.
But in V trigger 1, when you charge it, it becomes +6.
Okay.
So this one, because of its armor and its horizontal momentum, I think this one, the V skill 1 is better for more pressure, right?
Okay.
If you want to be able to apply pressure, like with this thing, like you could charge it up and get like massive plus frames, or like blow through somebody's offense, like their single stroke offense.
Okay.
You can use this V skill. It's, much less safe on block, of course, but you can still do it. Then there's the other V skill, the first one we looked at, the V skill 2. That one's a little bit more specialized. It goes over lows and shit like that, but I think it's better for special cases, and this one's just for applying more pressure in general.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Great. Yeah, next character. So as you can see, like that's gonna be a theme. Like these V skills, sometimes depending on the play style, you'll want one versus another. Sometimes depending on the character you're fighting against, you'll want one versus the other. And I think Kage's is a pretty good example. Like against somebody who has a projectile and like rely on it a lot, I could definitely see myself choosing V skill 2 over V skill 1. Falk is Falk is a character that I think her V skill 2 fundamentally changes the way she plays. Fundamentally.
Okay.
Falk is a character that definitely wants to zone more than a lot of other characters in this game. And her V skill 1 didn't really help her that much with it.
Okay.
A little bit. This one really helps her with it.
Oh, wow. So do you think that the designers sought to address that perceived issue? Like how much did people talk about the issue that she's a zoner without full zoning, without all the zoning tools that you might expect?
That's just it. It's not like she didn't have all the zoning tools you might expect. And even though she has this new V skill, it's not like she does have all the zoning tools you might expect. It's just that this gives her another weapon in the zoning game. That's all. So if you want to zone more, now you got another tool, right? Which is this thing. It's this mine, which is badass. Look at that. Doesn't go full screen. Goes for a while.
Wow.
Then it explodes. It doesn't explode. It has no hitbox. Just after a certain timer, it will explode.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Interesting.
But you can make it explode early.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
By using any punch attack. Explodes early, right?
Okay.
Also, you have a down version. So you can do that and then whoop, right?
Okay.
So it's very obviously you can see how good this is for zoning. Not only that, it's very good for being able to walk behind it and apply your own pressure, right?
Right.
A little bit nervous to throw out a move and all of a sudden I can just do that.
Right.
Also, if you really want to if stay back, you can do this move and keep it stationary.
Okay.
To act as kind of a little wall.
How are you doing that?
Oh, just back in V skill.
Okay.
Or if you want to keep the low one next to you, down back in V skill. Easy peasy, right?
Okay.
Not only can her punch attacks detonate, this thing is actually really dangerous because her charged shots like this can detonate. So if I get a little closer, boom, there it is. Similar to this down one, I can do, wait for it, I can do this. Make sense?
Got it.
So
okay.
her shots, her projectiles, as well as her punch attacks will detonate this. And I think the applications of this are pretty obvious, right? This definitely helps her zoning game.
Right.
And it's very, very nice. Not only that, dude, but once they do explode, let me try one more time. You can totally combo after. Right?
Okay.
So compared to her first V skill, which is this, it reflects projectiles and stuff. It definitely helps her against counter zoners, right? So if Ryu's playing a very long range game against her and is throwing a bunch of projectiles, yeah, this negates stuff. It'll negate that Hadoken, which is very nice, and it's also good, if I remember correctly, for certain combos and stuff up close. So I do think that this V skill 1 is better for extending her combos up close, and I think it's better for negating projectiles because her V skill 2 that I just showed you with the mine. The timed mine, that's not gonna fucking do anything against other projectiles really while it's out there. But
because it has no hitboxes, it's just gonna go past a projectile?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So if you want to like counter zone or have like a little bit of better combo ability up close, you can go with V-Skill 1. But if you want that hardcore zoning shit, I think V-Skill 2 is definitely where it's at.
Cool.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions so far? Like, do you understand like how like the different V-Skills can kind of reinforce different playstyles? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Right?
It helps her be a better zoner, fair to say?
I V-Skill 2, I think so, personally. But, you know, V-Skill 1 definitely helps her zone in a certain way, you know?
I imagine some of these new V-Skills are going to give a character an answer to something that they previously didn't have a great answer to.
In some cases, absolutely.
So whereas this enhances like maybe her primary, function as a zoner, there's probably going to be some V-Skills that help round out characters a little more. I know I'm using like pretty general terminology.
That's okay. Yeah. I mean, I think you're right. Like there's certain V-Skills will help people double down on what they already do. And some things give them a brand new tool. This one's kind of interesting, man. This gives her a soul spiral, which she did not have, right?
Cool.
This move obviously makes her move forward. It's a nice little hit to a nice little knockdown, but it is very unsafe on block. Let me see if I can show you how unsafe it is.
So that's it. That's 13. The new V-Skill.
That is her new V-Skill, soul
All
spiral.
right.
Very unsafe on block. Extremely unsafe on block. But there's two versions of it. This is a character that has like fights very differently depending on if she has her orb in hand or if her orb is sent out, right? So if her orb is sent out, this move is very unsafe. If the orb is there, it's still technically, if it's out, it's still unsafe, extremely unsafe, but it's cancelable into special moves if the orb is out. So watch this. Right there. So I canceled the V-Skill into orb recall. So if her orb is out, her soul spiral, you can make it safe. You know what I mean? By recalling that orb.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what that thing does.
What thing does the recall?
When it's out. No, when the orb is out, just sitting there.
Yeah, you've probably never even seen this character. What the orb does, basically I can like, she has different moves while it's out like that. So I can like explode it while it's out, or I can recall it like that for a hit.
Okay.
But the point is like that orb move, she's had that since forever. That's part of her kit.
Okay.
But while it's out, think of her as like kind of two different characters while the orb is out or while she has it in her hand.
Okay.
And while it's out, her V-Skill can be safe. Or even do combo shit like that, which is
I
cool.
see.
I'm gonna try that one more time.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can combo out of it like that.
Okay.
But if the orb is in hand, like you can't cancel in anything. However, if the orb is in hand, it will just go right through projectiles, which is kind of nice.
Okay.
Also, I don't know if this is the case. Let me see. Yeah, that works too. But this move right here, this new V-Skill also allows her to like get a nice knockdown from mid-range where otherwise it would be kind of hard for her. Because like if I land this, there's not much I can do. I can like go into that, but then like that's it, right? But if I want to just get a knockdown for some Oki, maybe I can now do that if I confirm into it, right? Pretty nice, you know?
Cool.
Compared to her V-Skill 1, which is it's much more defensive. Well, that's actually not true. So as opposed to Falks, which will negate the projectile, this will just full on reflect the projectile.
Okay.
But of course, due to the fact that she can do this down one, this was kind of a lot of her bread and butter. Like this allowed her to like start juggling people in the middle of her V-trigger bullshit, you know? People would like, come in and do all that shit. So like, I think the combo monsters might stick with this one just because of that juggle, you know what I mean?
Sure.
That being said, for all I know, that's Soul Spiral, the new one. They might learn, even with this like combo monster V-trigger that I've got going on, they might learn some combo monstery shit using the new Soul Spiral, because it does, as you can see, I just did a juggle combo earlier, you know what I mean? So you never know. But yeah, I think the Soul Spiral is definitely more, how do I put it? It's more easy to use. I think it is going to be used more like you can use it more often in a match. Like this is more situational is what I'm saying. Because that's only going to work when you're like reflecting projectile, and this is only really going to work like if you're very much up close. Okay. Whereas Soul Spiral, like in the mid-range, kind of where she wants to be, yeah, I can see you using that every now and then. Cool. And I love it, man. I love that Soul Spiral is a shout out to Rose, a character who's not in this game. It's kind of nice. That's like one of her signature moves.
She's not in this game, huh?
That's like that character. I don't know if you've ever seen it. That's Rose's protege.
Okay.
Right. So she didn't just steal her move. She was taught the move.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Good. Good.
Okay. She stole it. I'm just messing with you. Oh, did I press the wrong button? That's okay. Yeah, like I really like it, man. Like I said, I a lot of this shit is fundamentally changing how these characters work. And I think that's really cool. Like there are certain characters, I don't think we've seen one yet. What have we gone over? 3 characters so far? There are certain characters in this game that, because of their new V skill, I'm like, I kind of want to try them now.
Oh, wow.
Akuma is not one of them. We're going to talk about Akuma anyway.
Man, is that music to Capcom's ears?
What, that it makes people want to try these characters?
Try new characters they haven't tried before.
Sure. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
This dude's new V skill is kind of deceptive. In fact, since we're in training mode, you might not even be able to tell what it does, but I'll just tell you anyway.
Okay.
His Akuma's new V skill, it looks like a taunt. It's not a taunt, but it looks like one. It's this, right?
Okay.
It's badass looking. But if you hold this, you can hold this for a long time. While that's happening, your V gauge will just go up. So you can just start charging the V gauge.
Got it.
This does have a hitbox, by the way. So you can totally do combos out of it. Oh, let me try this. How about this? Yeah, you get the idea.
Okay.
And I think you can cancel it into like a projectile.
Okay.
Not only that, but if you time that stomp right, you can negate a projectile.
Oh, wow.
So if you're like,
That's cool.
This is a passive ass projectile, passive ass V skill. And by passive, I don't mean like you sit there and do nothing with it. I mean like, if you are a passive guy, you can sit there and just like tank that projectile and then throw that to like counter zone.
Yeah.
Or because if they're full screen, you can like take it and then hold it for a second and get a little bit more extra V gauge. Because I think both Akuma's V triggers are both very fucking, like, they're pretty powerful. And I think they're both 3-bar. This is a guy that really wants to get that gauge fast, and because he doesn't have a lot of life, by the time you do get V trigger, you might almost be dead.
Wow.
This is kind of a good V. Like, if you want to get to your V triggers faster, this might be the thing for you.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
As opposed to his very famous V skill 1, which is the fucking combo one. It's fucking ridiculous. All that bullshit, you know?
Wow. Is he the only dude that can just charge his V gauge like that?
Like straight up charge it? Maybe, yeah. So yeah, this one is like the launcher and like the armor on it with that thing. Like, so yeah, I think the people that want to like do all the combos and shit and like go for better mix-ups, they're probably gonna stick with this. But if you want to play a more passive Akuma, which like he kind of used to be, if you want to get to your V triggers faster, fucking V skill 2 definitely will get you there. Like I said, because he's such a glass cannon, by the time he gets to his V triggers, he's probably only got a quarter of his life left. So yeah, I can maybe see it, you know? It's interesting. Plus it looks badass, right?
I like it.
Yeah.
In theory, I like it.
Oh man, this guy got really fucking changed.
One move really effing changed this guy, bro.
It really does. It's got a little bit of similarity to his first V skill, and I'll show you both, but this V skill allows him to cancel certain special moves into other certain special moves. Right?
Okay.
So he has a bunch of special moves, but only some will work. So for example, he has like this flash chop and he has like a charge move. That's like a stomp, right?
Okay.
But if he does that once, now he's charged up.
Okay.
If he gets hit, it's already gone, right?
Okay, yeah, sure.
If he uses a special move and doesn't cancel, it's also gone, right?
Okay.
But
Makes
if I
sense.
have it, oh my bad. What the fuck is wrong with me? Boom, like that.
Okay.
Or how about this? Right? You can cancel a special into a special. Or fuck it, how about this? There you go. 2 specials in 1.
Nice.
Now, obviously, this gives him more combo opportunities, but also, honestly, it makes a lot of his shit safe that's not normally safe, right?
Oh, okay.
Like, let's say, for example, this move right here. Oh. Right? That's pretty minus on block, right? But let's say, how about this? Oh, no, I'm gonna time it right. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. Hold on. Oh, that's why. I have to do another EX. How about this? Safe. You know what I mean?
Got it.
Not only that, you can make certain shit safe that's normally not safe, including like... Oh, come on, baby. Come on. You charge it up. Right? So that stomp is normally not safe, but if I get in, I can just do that, right? Not only that, but it also like allows him to like basically like I said, it makes certain combo opportunities happen that wouldn't normally happen. You can convert for more damage. But like, let me put it this way, like this move, not that one, but the non-EX version is completely unsafe. And you can totally make that safe. So I guess what I'm saying is You can extend damage that's already there, or you can get in ways that is safer that you couldn't normally. It's very useful.
So how does that totally change this character?
Like I said, having different combo opportunities is a game changer. Being able to get in safely is a game changer. As opposed to his V skill 1, which allows his next hit to act as a counter hit. Like all of a sudden, this big boot, yeah, that's a crush count. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what we've had since day one. But I'd say the biggest, they're kind of similar in that like you have to you have it installed, like you set it up, and then the next thing, like the next action you take can potentially be different. I'd say the big difference is that this powers up his normals, whereas the other one obviously has to do with the special moves. And I think this one is for like confirming off of single hits, and the other one is for honestly, I think the biggest difference, because this also makes certain combos possible like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But while the V skill 2 also makes certain things possible that otherwise weren't, I think the difference is that V skill 1 with the counter hit stuff makes single hits matter more, whereas the other one is more about making his approach safer. I think that's the biggest difference.
Okay. Cool.
And mix-up potential as well. Speaking of mix-up potential, it's your boy Rashid. This guy got some shit that's honestly incredible. Like when I first saw it, I was like, wow, I can't believe they did that. This guy is obviously known for his acrobatics and shit, and they kind of took that to the next level with his V skill 2.
Okay.
This guy can basic.
What surprised you about what you saw?
How absurd, like the fact that I won't be able to block it ever, probably.
Oh.
So he has like an air hike, right? So you just press it and he does it. It's like a midair thing.
Okay. And
the reason that looks funky is because it's the same way that like the Kage V skill would fuck me up, because this looks like a back jump, but it's not. So he does that and you're prepared to like go in after him, right? And all of a sudden he's here.
Right.
And you can do a lot of things out of this. And by a lot of things, I mean any button. Like that. And if you space it right, because you can do this from a neutral jump or a forward jump. So you can do silly things like jump forward, jump back, and then you're there again.
Oh, wow.
Which is filthy, right?
Wait, do that once more?
Sure.
Jump forward, jump back. Wow.
Yeah, because the V skill pulls him back automatically. So you jump forward. So they're looking for a cross up, and then they go, no, you're not. Yes, you are.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously,
That's
I'm not good at the spacing.
Confusing.
But yes, it is. That's the point. So he can do anything out of that.
Okay.
Right? And you can also, of course, like cancel it into eagle spikes as well. So like, even if they are looking for it and like, okay, I'm good. Like I know he's going to do the V skill. Let me counter him. You can just cancel out of it with quickness like that to catch people. You can also do it in the air. So you can legitimately jump forward, or you can neutral jump. It's fucked up. So compared to his V skill 1, his V skill 2 is definitely the mix up V skill. Because the only thing he has out of this is this fucking jump. And the only thing he can do out of that jump is a fucking this. This definitely gives him more like mobility around the screen, especially with this V skill 1, you get the roll too.
Oh wow.
I think this gives him more pressure in the corner and more corner push for sure. But V skill 2, as we saw, I mean, you wouldn't be able to block that. I wouldn't be able to.
No way.
I don't fight many Rashids online for some reason. I just don't run into them. But I know that when I do, I'm gonna be like, okay, like I gotta deal with this.
So mobile.
Yeah, he's incredibly mobile, and now like that mobility goes backwards kind of, because like think about it, like the first V skill he either jumps forward, right, or he rolls forward. Now he's jumping back and going forward, and it's just a fucked up looking mix up. And the ambiguity is why that's messed up, right? The ambiguity of it looks like he jumps back. Oh shit, he's not.
Sure.
And that's messed up. Here comes Armika. Her V skill 1 was a little bit underwhelming, and it still is. But her V skill 2 is also, I don't play this character. I don't know if it's underwhelming, and I don't know how this would impact her character. But in order to see it, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna set his wake up actions to, yeah, we're gonna turn both these on. It's a counter, like a parry counter.
Okay.
Right? So she does this thing, and if somebody hits her while she does that like thing. It's very simple. Obviously, this is a more defensive than offensive technique, right?
Okay.
But it's certainly very different from, hold on, try one more time. Yeah. It's certainly very, very different from her V skill 1.
Okay.
Which is,
she's like freezing time. for a second.
That's just the effect of when it hits.
Uh-huh.
You know? Then there's this. You can hold this for, I don't think you've ever seen this. She just basically hits on the mic, and like the longer you hold it, the more her next throw is powered up.
Nice.
Honestly, I've seen some funky combos using this thing, and you know, and which is very cute. But honestly, dude, maybe some people will gravitate towards V skill too. Both of these V skills are very simple in their applications. Like, you're gonna power up your V skill. Maybe in V skill 1 you're gonna do some mic juggle shenanigans. Doubt it. And then V skill 2 is a straight up counter.
Least exciting V skill so far to my eye.
Which one? V skill 2?
Yeah. Least exciting new V skill to my eye.
Well, it's a parry. You know, like, it's nice. You know.
Okay.
But considering,
who really gets excited about a parry? Some people.
Wait till we get to Ryu. Wait till we finish this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Chun-Li.
Yeah, that's my favorite Chun-Li outfit in the game.
Wow, she looks amazing.
But I think the parry might be nice for Armika just because she doesn't really have a lot on her wake up. And that parry of hers probably isn't frame 1 or anything, but you know, sure, she can use a defensive option. Why not?
Okay.
And there's Chun-Li. They gave her back her old move HazeSiloi. Remember that one? Not an overhead. Please don't think it's an overhead. And you can like control it a little bit. So there's the regular one, and if you hold back, she'll go just like a little shallower.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Obviously, this causes a knockdown on hit, but oh, try that, and on block. Oh, baby. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's just put him on block. How about that? -4. Technically punishable. So if I do it point blank like that, I'm probably gonna get punished. But of course, if you space it right, that -4 probably won't mean much. You know, you're probably pretty safe. It's another hot move. Think about it like Kage's. It goes over low shit. It'll fuck up projectiles. You're not really gonna get anything. In fact, let me take him off block and I'll put him on counter.
Wait, so her new V skill is to give her back HazeSiloi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a knockdown, so you're not gonna be getting anything out of it. But it is a way for her to get in. Much like her other one is a way to get in. But this one is much faster. This thing right here. So this thing, obviously, you can hit people up and do like cool combo shenanigans out of it. Ooh, have I forgotten? Whatever, I'll just do the simple one. Yeah, you know, shit like that.
Nice.
And of course, you can do like just about anything out of that fucking move. But obviously, that's like more floaty. It takes a longer time. You can get over projectiles with this. It definitely happens. But I think this one's definitely how do I put this? This one sacrifices that speed for more options out of the jump. You know what I mean? And I think they both definitely have their applications. I think the people that just want to get in with Chun-Li, they might gravitate to HazeSiloi. They might. And I think that the people that want to play more of a range game, they might stick with V-Trigger 1. Because that's what HazeSiloi is, man. It allows you to get that hard knock. That Oki is not an accident. The fact that it causes a knockdown and not like +3 is not an accident.
Got it.
It's there to like put a motherfucker down real fast. And there's Ryu, who does indeed have yet another parry as a V skill. I don't know if you remember that, but his first V skill is a parry. His second V skill is a parry. But like the subtleties between the two of them kind of encapsulate the subtle, like it's a good example of the subtle differences between V skills. Some V skills are very fucking different, right? For this one, you know, first of all, that's what happens, right? It's a punch.
This is the 2.
Yeah, this is a V skill 2.
Okay.
And it causes a knockdown. And on, let's see, on block, -4. Kind of like HazeSiloi, right? So if you space it right and get that thrust punch from max distance, you'll probably be okay, right? But the reason this is pretty good is that it is a parry. And you get that. And then you get that little follow-up when he does it. And I don't know about mid-screen if you get stuff. Come on, baby. Am I doing it early or not? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm doing it early. Yeah.
Jeez.
So I think maybe you get some stuff if you activate in a V trigger after that. There's ways to do stuff after that. But if you compare that to his first V skill, which is just like the basic parry, right? Just a parry.
Can you show me that in action?
I can try. Yeah. Like that. You see it?
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's only so much you can do after this, right?
Okay.
Whereas the other one, similarly, there's only so much you can do, but the utility of that second V skill of having the thrust punch, you can use that. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, I think you're guaranteed more damage if you successfully read someone and land this. You're guaranteed more damage off of, like, you know, a Shoryuken or something.
I should hope so.
The first one,
because
though,
it looks freaking very difficult to pull off.
Sure. However, if you land the other one, you don't necessarily have to read somebody. You can just use that as a thrust punch. And if you happen to catch somebody pressing that button, okay. And you can still get stuff after with the V skill too, but you have to have resources to do so. And I think like this is a good example of like the subtle difference in V skills. If you want like, if you think you have the eye and the skill, you could stick with V skill 1 and maybe get some like hardcore shit. But V skill 2, if you want like a good, because Ryu could use another fucking long range, I don't know, normal, like a long range attack. Why the fuck not? And if you want to like throw that out in the footsie game, why the fuck not? Go for V skill 2. You can do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Very subtle differences. You feel me?
Yes.
Hopefully you guys at home feel us out there. This has just been part 1. This is just part 1 of us going over V skills.
Oh, we got through them all in the first row. Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got
through
them all in that.
Brett.
Oh, thank you. Good job.
Oh my gosh, you're a machine.
Thank you. There's still a lot more to go over, you guys. And I don't even think we haven't even seen the coolest shit yet. No way have we seen the coolest new V skills. More Street Fighter next time here on Weekend Warriors. Hopefully you'll join us. Thanks for watching, everybody.
We'll see you then.
I like your Bluetooth device's robot voice.
Thanks, man. She likes you too. She likes your robot's voice.